if you were going to say sit down with the House Democratic leadership, if you've identified them as perhaps the fiercest advocate at this point, maybe for legislative privilege, what would be your strongest case to them of why it's not just good for the public, but actually good for them as office holders to lean into transparency, to back off of something like legislative privilege? Because they obviously feel strongly that they feel they need this tool. Mm-hmm. What would you say to them to try to convince them otherwise?
I think I would go back to the words public servant. The people do not yield their sovereignty in delegating the authority. That public servant is what you are as a public official. And I think that needs to be the spirit that you bring to this.
But do you think that you could make the case to them that it actually would help them more than it would hinder them if they were to give sort of carte blanche access to their internal deliberations? And I'm not saying they have to post everything on the internet, but if somebody asks for it, it gets released.
I think part of it would be when they're designing their processes, go into it with the spirit that, the spirit so far has been, how can we exempt ourselves from this disclosure? And they've reached decisions about that, as in the case of 2018 with the bill they passed, with no public debate. Right. That's not the way to do it.
But would you say in an era of low trust in government that this is a way to build back some trust, or that this is a way to acknowledge the trust is already low and that it might require extra effort to be transparent, to start to...
I think definitely so.
You can check out the rest of the show by clicking on the link below or by watching Inside Olympia Thursday evenings at 7 and 10.